It's a really essential point here. But just let me remind you of why it is that human beings are individuals. Because we live by thought, and thinking is individualistic. And since it's the anniversary year of The Fountainhead, let me read a quote from that novel on that we can keep in mind as a background for everything else we're going to discuss. Man cannot survive except through his mind. He comes on earth unarmed. His brain is his only weapon. Animals obtain food by force. Man has no claws, no fangs, no horns, no great strength of muscle. He must plant his food or hunt it. To plant, he needs a process of thought. To hunt, he needs weapons, and to make weapons, a process of thought. From this simplest necessity to the highest religious abstraction, from the wheel to the skyscraper, everything we are and everything we have comes from a single attribute of man, the function of his reasoning mind. But the mind is an attribute of the individual. There is no such thing as a collective brain. There is no such thing as a collective thought. An agreement reached by a group of men is only a compromise or an average drawn upon many individual thoughts. It is a secondary consequence. The primary act, the process of reason, must be performed by each man alone. We can divide a meal among many men. We cannot digest it in a collective stomach. No man can use his lungs to breathe for another man. No man can use his brain to think for another. All the functions of the body and spirit are private. They cannot be shared or transferred. And this idea that everything we have and everything we are is due to the function of reason. And reason is an attribute of the individual. No one can do another person's thinking. That is the essence of individualism. At least Ayn Rand's brand of individualism, and the individualism that forms the premise for this conference and that we're going to be